Watching the Lakers get blown out just about every other game after the All-Star break is pretty common this season. So far, the Lakers have won 2 games after the All-Star break, and both of them, LeBron scored over 50 for the Lakers to win. The Lakers are on the path to very well missing the playoffs, and with a superstar trio of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook, that is a huge letdown. But they've played much of the year without AD, and that has shown even when he is on the court. The three have never found a rhythm together so far this season. AD went down in December with a knee injury and will now likely miss most of the regular season with a foot sprain. Defensively, this team has fallen off. The Lakers are 19th in defensive rating this season compared to the 2020-2021 season when they were in 8th place. In their 2019-2020 title season, they were 3rd. The discrepancies are glaring. Anthony Davis was not and will not be the Lakers' playoff savior. He was never made, nor has he carried a team to the playoffs or deep into the playoffs. If the Lakers missed the playoffs, AD would have missed the playoffs 6 out of 10 years. You look at other guys who are really good in the league. To be fair, AD played on some pretty bad Pelicans teams before ending up with the Lakers. But missing the playoffs with this team would ultimately change the way he is viewed. Laker fans already hold their breath every time he touches the ball and hope he does not get injured on a ticky-tack play. But the Lakers are simply bad. They have not won a playoff series outside of the NBA bubble in almost a decade. In the last 9 years, they have 7 losing seasons, and they are actually lucky because if it wasn't for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard of the Clippers, who play in the same arena, and both of them being injured, they would not only be a top team in the West, and despite both of those guys being hurt, the Clippers have beaten the Lakers 7 straight times. The Lakers are actually the only team who benefited from the pandemic, and so did Anthony Davis. Why? Because their old guys got 4 months of rest, and that's what Anthony Davis not even being 30 yet. Let that sink in. Laker fans are tired of seeing their big man on the ground, on and off the court. This season has been very tough to watch AD play, with every physical encounter on the court causing fans to cringe when he goes up for a rebound and comes down with it, or simply goes up for a dunk. But the Lakers need AD back and healthy, and that is much too certain. The bigger question is, how long will AD last and stay healthy for a deep playoff Laker run next season?